Hey guys, this is Adrian from 2pg.com, your great source for two-player and multiplayer games. You can socialize and brag, there's an achievement and rank system, points, all of that great stuff, so go ahead and sign up to an account over at 2pg.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at Bubble Struggle 2, Rebubble. This is one of the many games over here at 2pg.com. Really fun game. What's special about it, it has a really basic, simple mechanic in terms of controls. Really simple controls, yet a really fun sort of action-based game where you're it's more of a puzzle. You're trying to pop these bubbles. You're using your, there's different obstacles, different stuff in your way each level. It's also a multiplayer game, so you can play it with multiple people. You can play it with a friend, though you can also play it as a single-player game. Definitely the way I prefer it. It is a really fun puzzle-based game, though again, like I said, if you do want to play with multiplayers, you can. So yeah, check it out here at 2PG. You can rate the game right here at the bottom. You can share it out among your favorite social networks. With that, let's jump right into Bubble Struggle. Alright, so you can see here, it asks you first enter your nickname. In this case, I'll enter my name here. And you have your main menu here. So you have single player, you have staying alive, which is a survival mode sort of gameplay. You have two players, you can check up your high scores, you can set up here. So this looks at the controls. So you can change your control keys. That's a nice little trick or hint if you guys don't prefer the arrow keys and the space button as your main keys. You can definitely change it. So maybe you prefer WASD and F. Maybe you prefer WASD and enter. You can definitely change that. That's a big tip I want to advise. So with that, let's jump into single player here, and you can hear the game in the background here, and then you basically want to avoid getting hit here by the bubble, and you can see there I got the bubble there. So I'm trying to get these bubbles again, so I got it there. In this case, you have a time limit right here at the very bottom, so you can see you're trying to beat before the time level runs out there, and using your little sort of grappling hook sort of weapon there. And I got hit there, so you can see I die. So you basically, when you hit a bubble, they pop, they burst, which breaks into another bunch of bubbles there. And you also want to notice that you have power-ups that you can pick up, so stuff that will increase your time, for example, on the level. Also to note that you have lives in the bottom left there, so you can see you have how many lives you have left. You start out with, I'm thinking, 3. You can see there I completed the level. You also have your score in the bottom right. So that's how it goes through, and every level gets harder. You increase by the number of bubbles or the size of the bubble in this case. So you can see in this case this breaks off to 2 bubbles, which then breaks off to another 2 bubbles. So you can see there you want to avoid getting hit by them. You can try and preemptively shoot. That's one of my big tips, because your gun or your grapple gun has this sort of leeway, so it shoots, and then you still have a couple, you see there it stops when it hits the ceiling or the roof of the level there in this case. So that's a big tip. You kind of want to shoot before. You don't have to get it accurately, you just kind of block it off. In this case, you have obstacles, so you have to go down ladders and stuff. You can kind of slide down ladders. That's a big tip to avoid getting hit by the bubble there. And you want to, again, almost got hit there. So you want to use obstacles to your advantage, as well as you want to be careful that they can also be a disadvantage in terms of slowing you down and getting you hit. So again, these are just the levels as you go through. Playing it with 2 players, it gets much more, definitely a fun aspect as well. Obstacles and both obstacles in 2 players are difficult, and just the fact that you have another player there is all the much more fun. So this is Bubble Struggle 2 over here at 2pg.com. A really fun puzzle, sort of action-based shooter game with a lot of great obstacles, easy controls, but an overall fun game mechanic. So check it out here again at 2pg.com, your great source for multiplayer games and more. Again, check it out today.